Hey, everybody. All right. Excuse me. Is everybody all right? I feel like it's very still and stoic in here, and like, I'm in grad school, so it's just quiet all the time, and it just freaks me out. So like, when you like stuff, like just give it all to us. All right, so well, I'm about to get really serious right now, but so this is a poem about my younger brother Levi. He's beautiful and incredibly gifted, and for some reason, for the past 13 years, teachers and doctors have been telling him everything but that. So this is for him and everybody else whose brain doesn't fit into what society tells you it should be. In 1851, a physician named Dr. Samuel Cartwright coined the term drapetomania, a disease characterized by the following symptoms. It creates within the Negro an uncontrollable desire to escape. It is a sickness firmly bound to freedom. When I read about Dr. Cartwright, my mind sets sail towards the face of my younger brother. 10 years ago, a neurologist cast the word autism like a giant fishing net over his brain and took my entire family under the tide with it. The doctors never used the word gift. Never thought to suggest that maybe Levi's words aren't rusty anchors like the rest of ours. They're jellyfish. You think you can see right through them, but it's only because you're too fixated on the surface. They keep telling him to think like an assembly line, but his mind is more like the world's most extravagant circus, all trapeze and lion teeth, drumbeat and riotous laughter that can shake the moon out of its skin every sentence, a staccato hymn sung in the midst of a world that has forgotten how to value silence. When did the brain become an appliance? When did we start doing Dr. Cartwright's work for him, turning our children into chattel and our schools into asylums where we medicate based on myth? This is not just about my younger brother, it is about our obsession with normalcy and the wars we have waged in its name. For Christopher Baker, a 13-year-old boy from Lexington, Kentucky, whose teacher stuffed him in a duffel bag and just left him there for 20 minutes, a flailing albatross, desperate for sky when his mother burst through the classroom doors. I can just picture his name falling like a tiny revolution from her mouth and overturning the silence that had conquered the room. Levi, they will come for you too. They will tell you to laugh and lift and work on cue. If you can't muster the emotion, then just fake it like all the other good robots do. Be human, be like me, be a social butterfly with gender normative wings. Smile big, smile pretty, be quarterback, point guard, catcall courageous, be bicep and jackhammer spark. Call the pretty girls ugly and mean it with all of your heart. Your scribbles are just scribbles, Levi. Don't dare call them art, don't dare be an enigma. There is no space for your kind of beautiful here. No room for those Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner type visions that can spin shackles into vapor. We have seen what can happen when a mind goes unchained. We have built entire industries around keeping our modern day Michelangelos in check. How many children, how many masterfully written lives must be dashed into the ground before we can call this a genocide on creativity? Stop calling my little brother diseased. He's not sick. His mind is just an unmapped archipelago where every idea is a former slave gone free. So the next time they tell you that your neurons are a crime, little brother, you tell them this for me. Tell them that Levi is just shorthand for levitate. That your calling is to the clouds, and you would pay them a lot more attention, but you are simply too busy having a conversation with God right now. Smile big, smile pretty, teach their wounded souls how to fly, because you were made that way. A genius, a jellyfish for words, a divine poem, destined for the sky.